Bismillah. We will continue our lecture related to the types of riba. We said that there are two main types of riba. One is the monetary riba, Reba Al and the other is Reba Al Fadhl. Which is commodity riba. And to continue talking about commodity riba, we said that this riba exists when there is exchange of a good with another. And this exchange in economics is called barter. So there is no use of any money. And this exchange prohibited when it happens in one category commodity. Or own category. So we exchange, for example, dates with dates, or rice with rice, or gold with gold. And this is based on the saying of the Prophet ﷺ in an explicit hadith. Prophet ﷺ said, we'll go to the sayings of the Prophet ﷺ, and I'm using, you will find many in the web, but let's look at some of the hadiths here that the Prophet ﷺ mentioned certain types of commodities. So for example, these all are sahih hadith. It means that it is narrated by Bukhari and Muslim, or sometimes in the Sunan, which is the 6th box. Ibn Majah, Nasa'i, Ahmad, these are called Sunan box. Okay, so this is the first hadith. عن عبادة بن الصامت قال إني سمعت رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم ينهى عن بيع الذهب بالذهب والفضة بالفضة والبر بالبر والشعير بالشعير والتمر بالتمر والملح بالملح إلا سواء بسواء. Means that the quantity has, when you exchange dhahab with gold, it has to be in the same quantity and the same time even. But look at the types, which are 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 categories of commodities. This is another hadith. لا تبيع الذهب بالذهب إلا مثلا بمثل إلا مثلا بمثل ولا تشفوا بعضها على بعض، يعني زيادة ونقصان. ولا تبيع الورق بالورق، الفضة يعني بالفضة، إلا مثلا بمثل. ولا تشفوا بعضها على بعض ولا تبيع منها غائبا بناجز. يعني it has to be in the same time, not نسي، يعني not in a deferred time. Okay. So as we said, this is based on the authenticated hadith, يعني حديث صحيح of the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم. صلى الله عليه وسلم. Okay. The main condition when you exchange these similar categories, it has to be an exact quantity. And exact weight and scale. Also, it has to be on spot, not in a deferred time. يعني ليس بالنسيء. النسيء يعني المدة المؤجلة. So usually when you have as we said in the lecture, gold, this is a category of a commodity, or date is also a category of a commodity. So in gold, you have many types within this category. So when you exchange, for example, 18, 21, 22, and others. So all of them are called gold. And gold is one of the categories that is mentioned in the Hadith of the Prophet. So usually, when you exchange, your mind says if the quality is different, because these are different qualities, or quality variation, usually you exchange low quality with high quality within the same category. You exchange more of the low quality with less of high quality. So in this case, the weight will be different, because nobody accepts to exchange low quality gold for exact weight of good quality gold. The same is true in dates and salt and sha'ir, oat, and others that are mentioned by the Prophet ﷺ. So the market says that you have to exchange, you have to do variation in the scale or weight. So this is what the Prophet ﷺ prohibited to be undertaken. So it has to be same, regardless of the quality. Same quantity with same quantity, same weight with same weight. But that is even not a just thing. For that reason, the Prophet himself, in another hadith, asked one of the Sahabi, I don't have it now, but he asked one of the Sahabi, his companion, to do this in steps. So if he has a low quality of something, of the gold or the date, and he wants to exchange with better quality, he has to do it in 2 steps. Step 1, sell low quality dates for different or another good or commodity, and then this is step 1, and then this is step 2. Use that different good to exchange it with the better quality of the dates, for example. So in 2 steps. Step 1 could be not only good, it could be also money. So you can sell the low quality with cash and then use the cash to buy the other good within the same category. And that has to be on spot. You cannot defer it. And the reason is that the categories, some of the categories of the Prophet ﷺ mentioned in the hadith is under some different conditions. May, so those under different conditions may be exposed to many things. One, market price could change. May change. Because if you defer it, then the quantity of good today, of the dates, maybe tomorrow the market could ask for more or less. So that's why it has to be in the same yadan biyad, as the Prophet said, yadan biyad means at the same time. And number 2, some of the goods that are in the hadith may, if you defer the payment, or if you defer the exchange, you agree today, but you defer the delivery in the different time in the future. But some of the goods may spoil over time. And that spoiling could also hurt the price. So if it's going to spoil tomorrow, that means the exchange might not be undertaken, or the quantity that is required by the seller, or sorry, by the buyer, could be changed. Anything that spoils over time, the price of it will go down, and it might reach 0 if it's totally spoiled. So that's why the Prophet ﷺ said it has to be yadan biyad, on spot. Now, there is another big question here. Is Reba Al Fadhl related to only the 6 categories that the Prophet ﷺ mentioned, there is اختلاف, and within that اختلاف there is اجتهاد. Some of the scholars could only some of the scholars may only stick with these 6 categories, and others may expand it to everything. So there is اختلاف, and we are not going to go beyond that, because you will find some scholars, they make it halal, totally halal, and some of them they make it totally haram, and all of them is under the is within the circle of اختلاف. And but عين الحرام is the 6 categories. If you do exchange, it has to be in the way that the Prophet ﷺ mentioned. So this is haram, this is fard, as we draw this picture before, and this is halal. So that اختلاف, when you go to categories that are not the same categories mentioned by the Prophet ﷺ, it comes in this region. But if you go to the 6 categories that the Prophet ﷺ mentioned, and exchange happened in a way that is not matching the guidance of the Prophet ﷺ, this will make it haram. Another question is, what about the Prophet ﷺ said that dhahab bil-dhahab, gold for gold and silver for silver. The gold and silver are money. What about if you exchange 1 Qatari riyal with 1 Saudi riyal, QR with Saudi riyal? Is that acceptable? Again, this goes in the اختلاف. It is mal, it is under the category of mal. But the scholars made that lawful. That means not in the region, not falling in the haram point, because majority of them say because it is not the same category. The category, the mal, the word mal could make them be together under that category, but in fact they are different, because we are talking about different countries and different systems. So اختلاف الأجناس, it is not تشابه في الجنس, it is اختلاف في جنس المال. And that could push this to fall away from the haram region. And that is because the المال الورقي, the QR, for example, this belongs to the government, and it is not in fact mal, it is a trust. So if you look at the Qatar Riyal, it says أن هذه عملة قطرية مضمونة القيمة. So this goes to something else, not purely mal. It goes to something that created by the government itself to increase the level of confidence in carrying that mal. So it is not mal, it is confidence in carrying that mal. So that's why those things are not part of the categories that are mentioned in the hadith of Prophet ﷺ, al-mal bil-mal, al-dhahab bil-dhahab. It is in fact something else. It's a trust. And that is the reason that majority of these scholars pushed that from haram region to the halal or makruh to the halal region. So this is all for today. Thank you.